Welcome to yet another exciting edition of Sports Talk here on Atlantic Television Network. On this edition of the program, Nigeria to host Commonwealth Fencing Championship. Coming in from the world of tennis, Djokovic gets a tough Australian quarterfinal pairing. Enyimba International crash out of the CAF Confederations Cup. Details of these and many more will be yours when we return from the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, Sports Talk, and Mike is here.
Good morning and morning to our viewers out there.
We'll get started, of course, from the home front where Nigeria has actually made history by being awarded the hosting rights for the 2026 Commonwealth Senior and Veterans Fencing Championship, thus becoming the first African country to host this prestigious championship. Mike, interesting. This is the first time we've seen it, and first as well for Africa.
Yeah, I think it's a nice honor, a great one for Nigeria to be picked as the nation to host this event, and it clearly shows you at least we're actually improving a lot. Don't forget we hosted the World Cup qualifier last year, and I think that should be another opportunity that they had to look into. They took the opportunity as well to assess our facilities, what we have on ground, if we can be able to meet up with the standard of the competition. And after a proper review, I'm sure that's the reason that they had the confidence to repose that trust upon Nigeria. And I tell you, this is a very big honor for us if we can be able to maximize this opportunity and make the best of it. I think we'll be carving a name for ourselves. We've already made a mark as becoming the only West African country first, to host, such a World Cup competition. So for me, I think it's a milestone for us.
Milestone after hosting the world. Now Nigeria will be hosting Africans in a fencing championship, and this is good news. I hope the Fencing Federation do everything possible to ensure that the facilities are all in a glory state. Meanwhile, we'll go down to Bayelsa, where in an effort to promote a healthier lifestyle and well-being, Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri has launched a weekly preparative walk initiative. This is a program where we see at least once in a week there is some kind of exercise by Bayelsans, they all in a bid to promote their health and, of course, physical activity for themselves as well. Fitness is one thing that is very important, and sometimes we take it for granted here. But on a weekly basis, I understand every Saturday, people from all ages across the state are encouraged to catch up with the morning walk, and this for me is a healthier way of keeping the people of Bayelsa in tune.
For sure, I think for me it's a nice one. Don't forget, I say health is wealth, and you must also, partake in regular exercise activity, in order for you to keep yourself in proper shape, living being. And I think the state governor of Bayelsa State has deemed it necessary to also call the entire citizens of that state to also partake in that physical exercise that is going to actually improve their health condition. I think for me it's a nice idea if they can also imbibe this culture without being compelled out of their own will. I think they do this naturally out of their heart. It's going to go a long way in promoting a very good health or healthy living right in Bayelsa State. It's a great one. I must commend the governor of Bayelsa State.
Governor Bayelsa State Joy asking the people to walk and to be healthy. If you are walking at least once a week, you stay away from heart disease, you stay away from diabetes, and of course obesity as well. Fitness, mental and psychological fitness is induced from walking at least once in a week. So in Bayelsa State, this is now possible that people are walking once in a week. All in a bit to be very fit, and I think I agree with the Governor of Bayelsa State there. This is lofty, I must say. Now let's quickly go to boxing. And in boxing, British heavyweight champ contender Dillian Whyte has declared his readiness to take on Anthony Joshua a second time following his shock knockout loss to Daniel Dubois. Do you think Joshua and his opponent now, Dillian Whyte, will this fight will see the light of the day?
I'm thinking so, especially when the announcement of the Gypsy King talking about Tyson Fury came in a few days ago that he's retired from the game. I think this is going to be that opportunity, because if Tyson Fury has retired, I think the only British boxer that so many people will be hoping to see squaring off against each other is probably Dillian Whyte, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. These are the fights these are the prospective, bouts on ground that many boxing fans want to, see. And I think for Dillian Whyte against Anthony Joshua, both boxers, they don't have anything to lose. And I think it will be another way to launch or revive themselves back into the big stage once more. So I see the possibility of this bout taking place.
Well, this bout had to postpone, if you remember, sometime in 2023, and let's hope that it will see the light of the day. But maybe following the retirement of, just say, the very loquacious Tyson Fury from Britain as well, this fight might just see the light of the day. But boxing promoter Henny Hans believes that the retirement of Tyson Fury may just be another negotiating tactic. This is not the first time we are seeing him retire. Of course. Maybe, and of course, he did bounce back to earn more money. And this could be another way of Tyson Fury looking for an enhanced pay in the boxing bout.
Just maybe, because the man, Tyson Fury, is very dramatic and very controversial sometimes, especially when he addresses the media out there. It could be another deliberate antics, deployed by the king himself to maybe make some more money, because if another big fighter calling with, a light stake on ground, I think he's going to come out of his shell, to fight again. Just like you said earlier, this is not the first time. 2012 he retired, 2018 he retired, 2022 as well he retired. Not even the first, not second, not third. If you go through his, details clearly, you discover that the man has retired 4 to 5 good times, before, and still came back. So for me, and that is why when I heard the news that he has retired, I just laughed over it, because I know this man is always deploying, every available tactics in order for him to get, the media hype. After losing twice to, Alexander Usyk, I think the only way for him to get that media attention again is to, just craft out something out of the ordinary, just to get that headline once more. So for me, I'm still thinking and believing that Tyson Fury will certainly come back to the ring once more.
What does it mean that Tyson Fury retirement there has been no comment from Anthony Joshua about the retirement of Tyson Fury?
Because Joshua might have probably gone through the archives and discovered that this is not the first time that this man has retired before and come back, So I think that is why he's remaining calm and not saying anything, because anything at all can happen, in terms of decision making, talking about Tyson Fury. And I think this is the reason why Anthony Joshua is very adamant of saying anything, because he could say, congratulations, whatever. Then, before he say Jack, Tyson Fury relaunches himself back into the ring once more. So I think Anthony Joshua is being very cautious here.
Anthony Joshua very cautious about commenting on the retirement of Tyson Fury, but looking forward to his bout against Daniel Dubois, which is in the offing. Okay, let's cross on it and see how promoters will arrange this one in the year 2025. Let's look at cricket now and talk about cricket. Nigeria has been in the news of recent for very positive reasons for cricket. Cricket, you remember, is the oldest sporting event here in Nigeria, and is beginning to gain prominence again after having a lull. Meanwhile, the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Uyi Opata, says the participation of Nigeria at the 2025 International Cricket Council under 19 Women's T20 World Cup in Malaysia will be excuse me, a very heavy investment for Nigeria.
Yeah, I think for me, it's a nice one to see that Nigeria has qualified for this very one, and they've been preparing massively. I tell you, if there's anything to go by what we've seen from their preparation so far, I think I would also agree with you.